Hello, and thank you for joining me once again for another reading with Walk With Me Tarot. We're on this journey together. I am going to do a reading now for the sign of Pisces. It's Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be for the week of January 11th to the 17th. So all my Pisces out there, if you're here, please tune in. And we'll make this a quick general reading. As you can see, I pre-shuffled the cards already, have them aligned here for you, along with my dominoes, which you guys, I'm still working on those. Any advice, kindly let me know. All right, so again, this reading is a general reading, so take what resonates. If it does not, leave the rest for someone else. All right, so the first card I'm going to start off with for Pisces is the Eight of Pentacles. Here we are with the Eight of Pentacles. So you can see this is a card of mastering a skill, learning. And it looks like Pisces is going to be doing some deep learning, some mindful learning to move forward in what they're desiring here. Seems like learning that craft, which I'm trying to do right now. As I do these readings, I'm finding out more and more of what I need to do it. It's much more involved than I thought. So I'm learning and trying to hone my craft. Eight of Pentacles is showing exactly that. Someone is being studious and trying to perfect their craft, master this skill. To some say expert, but you're learning this skill. There's a reason why you're gathering this knowledge. It's information that you're gathering. And there's a reason. So it's showing you dedication to the skill. And a lot of hard work is being put through at this time. So, and I don't necessarily mean hard work like outside, at your job. But I feel like this is a lot of mindful work, healing work, work to clear out some clogged passages so that you can move forward, understanding, sometimes going even deeper in understanding. And I feel like that's a skill that is being cultivated. Yeah, that's a skill definitely being cultivated. So Pisces, if you're out there taking time to learn, more power to you. Because I think right now is a time for transformation. I've been saying that with my other readings. And then that transformation is learning. Some of you may be learning a new job skill, mastering a new skill. Just because your job is obsolete, or you know it will be, or maybe you're looking for something much more fulfilling. You realize what you've been doing for the last who knows how many years is just not giving you that fulfillment. And so you're trying to find other ways, learn other ways to find that. And some of it may require going back to school, and others may require you researching. And maybe even in collaborative groups. But this is definitely a skill of mastering, of learning, and then putting that to use. Not hoarding it, but putting this skill to use. So for Pisces, Eight of Pentacles is our first card. And then it goes perfectly with the second card, which is our Death transformation. So look at that. We're learning so that we can transform. So we can let go of the old ways and start anew with the new beginnings. That's what the Death card is, new beginnings. It is transformation. Basically a change. A big change. So maybe Pisces, you are learning a lot about yourself so that you can change into what you feel you need to become. And right now is a time of change. 2026, I've been saying it. I know a lot of people out there are feeling this vibe, this energy all around, but change is among us. This can be very positive change, potentially life transforming change. Requires some risk in some sense, but it definitely requires letting go of the way things were, the way things you thought they should be, letting go of old beliefs, and transforming into who you want to become. And so maybe that Eight of Pentacles is all about, again, learning to transform into who you want. For instance, if you're into healing and you want to learn more about the healing, maybe you're transforming so you can become a Reiki healer, learning about that energy and how that impacts others. Maybe you're learning AI. I hear a lot of people are taking those free classes that they're giving online. Maybe you're learning to invest in you. That is a big part of the change. Learning to invest in yourself is huge. Finding ways to bring out that rebirth, the new beginning. And this, again, I say, is a major transformation. So I feel like it's life-changing. That is going to affect the way you see you, affect the way you see your surroundings. But again, change is inevitable, and change can be a positive thing. So here we are, Pisces. You have your studying to transform, to dive from the old you to your new you. Take it by the reins. Find that peace and clarity you so much seek. Transform into what you see yourself as. If it's peace, if it's clarity, understanding, love, whatever it is that you feel that is necessary for your transformation. And you probably already started working on this. Awesome. I love it. The next card we have is Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Good old Five of Cups. Five of Cups, it says transforming. We have the transformation, but this cup is also a letting go of past failures. Quit focusing on what was and how it was. As you can see, she is totally focused on only a few of the cups when there's other ones there. It's like she doesn't see the potential. Feeling like you got left behind, which that's not the case. But that's a feeling of crying over, I want to say, spilled milk. This is focusing on what went wrong the last time, so I might not try it again, or what didn't seem to go right this time. Let go. It's new beginnings. It's time for that change. It's time to transform and let go. Quit thinking of all the negative things that could be. Again, those are just could be's. And then focus on what is. And like I said, the last few years have been difficult years. Maybe the last 10 to 15 years have been extremely difficult. And at that time, you were trying to manifest what you thought you needed or wanted. And it just didn't seem to come to fruition. And the universe is saying, don't let go of that. Focus on this. Look what's in front of you. Opportunity is still there. Maybe studying and mastering to give you that opportunity again. Say it's for a position at your job. You want it to be promoted. But they need you to know a certain program in order to do that. You tried the first time, didn't work, and now you learned some things and came back. It's about shifting the perspective, and that's huge right now. I know a lot of people, again, the vibe in the air is a shift in perspective, a change in what we're seeing in front of us. Something's different. A lot of us are feeling that. Highly sensitive people are feeling something is different. And we can either stand there and scratching our heads and what is it, or accept this energy, something is different. So I can say something's different or something is different and move with that energy. It's focusing on what was, how it didn't work out, doesn't bring about that change. It'll leave you stuck because all you're seeing is what was and not the potential ahead of you, the path that's leading you to a new adventure, as you can see here. So again, that transformation is going to require you to look deep within, focus on that positive, what you want to manifest. Because our next card here, look at here, walking away. So you're walking away from that mindset. Yay! You're walking away from it. I'm so happy. Walking away from focusing on what was and starting to walk towards the sun. Emotionally, you're starting to feel more rejuvenated and clarity, and even guidance is there. You're starting to just take and trust the universe. That it's not important anyway, whatever it was. That's not who's defining you now. I know a lot of people like the new year for resolutions, and we begin that whole year with these hopes and promises. Well, this card is actually asking you to walk toward those hopes and those promises. Let that energy of the universe guide you and work with you to bring about what you're trying to create. I know it's scary. But what is there behind you? See, the bowls are sinking. Opportunity is in front of her, the sun. So letting go of what was, walk away from what doesn't serve you. If it's an old job, and the last time you tried to leave, and it seemed like everything fell, well, that was last time. So new energy we're in right now. So walk away from what does not serve you. Walk to what you want. Focus on your truth, your light, your happiness, your freedom. That's how you should look at it. If you're not happy there, focus on the freedom. Now, I know we all have different circumstances that bring us or make us feel that the solid ground underneath us is solid. But we all know people too who have felt like they were solid and the world was rocked. So focusing again on that negative is not going to change, bring about what you're looking for. Walk away from it. Walk away from that emotional trap. Walk away from the mental trap. And right now, the universe is telling us, if you want it, go get it. Manifest, manifest. It is there. Just look on other channels on YouTube. So many people are talking about the freedom, the dare to walk away from relationships that were smothering them. Walking away from people who've hurt them or not been supportive. Walking away from jobs that are draining you and making you feel horrible. Walking away from homes and people feel trapped. It's time to start walking away to what you want. And that takes a lot of courage because, again, you're trusting the universe. You don't know exactly. The sun is the sky is blue and you can see the light, but it takes a lot of courage to walk towards that light. So let go, walk away what's unfulfilling. Because look at here. Oops, sorry. We got the Hierophant again. Man, this card's popping up. Trusting that inner guidance, that wisdom. I'm telling you, if your soul is being called to leave something, to transform, to relearn, to regroup, follow. Listen to you. Give you a try. Give you a chance. I know for myself, been in a job that is not fulfilling, no upward momentum, toxic in some ways. And a lot of us are holding on at all cost, and it is costing. The only thing that we can gain is true clarity, true happiness, true freedom when we follow our soul's passion. We follow what makes us happy. That's not a bad word, people. That's not a bad way of being. It's not selfish. Because when you're happy, everyone around you benefits. Because you just want to give more, and you want to share more, and you want everyone else to find their joy. That's a beautiful thing. So walking away from what doesn't serve you, finding your true happiness, listening to that inner voice, that inner guidance. Go in the room and close your eyes, take them breaths, and let Spirit speak to you. Because that's what life's about. It's too short to be miserable. It's too short to focus on things that don't matter. It's too short not to be true to you. Become that light that you see. That's not easy. I get it. Walking away is a little scary at all times, but change is scary. And that happens every day. We never know what's going to happen when we walk out that door, but we do it every day. So why not invest and take a chance on you? I've been saying that with the other signs as well. It's time to find your truth, your calling, your purpose, your dreams, your hope, your happiness, because everyone around you will benefit. Trust and believe that. There's something so satisfying when you start to listen to that inner voice. All right. And then let's hurry up and get to our next card here. After the Hierophant. Look at us, Justice. The scales, balance. Look when you start finding that, listening to that inner voice, you start finding that balance. That harmony we've been looking for. All of us are looking for that balance. You can tell when you're off, when it doesn't feel right. Everybody's searching for truth, and this is it. When you go inward and find your peace, you find your truth. Listen to that truth. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you tell yourself you are? Finding this balance is essential. We all know when we have been off, when it felt like one side was heavier than the other, where it just doesn't feel fair. It's time to start looking for that truth, for that balance, finding this harmony that's been so elusive but is real. And it doesn't have to look like anything else to anybody. It doesn't have to look like theirs. Again, that's the beauty of the truth. Look in that mirror, see yourself, ask you that question, who am I? What do I want? What is my reason for being, my purpose? It is that time to ask those questions. Because then once you understand who you are, you start to see that shift and that balance start to appear. When we can find happiness, peace, truth, oh my gosh. So again, looking for justice. Once you start listening to your inner voice, that guidance, trust those instincts, you're going to find it. Look at my little domino here. Again, I'm trying to get these all right. That's our justice. So trying to find that balance. So again, as you can see, we're starting off again. You're learning a skill that's going to help transform you into who you want to become. Trust that inner voice, not them old, broken down records of what used to be, how it didn't work out last week or last year or last 10 years. Hopefully you were taking that time to just refine your craft. Because now it's time to show the world who and what you are. And that's just by being your true, authentic self. That balance is going to bring you such peace. Listening to that inner voice will bring such clarity. And when you find that peace and clarity, bam, we have the Ace of Cups. You find a new beginning. So you see where this is all going? You reading this? I mean, come on. You see the cards. I can't make this up. This is the time we're in where transformation is a must. It is a must. It is a must. You can't ignore it any longer. And if you're like me, you probably tried to find other ways to go about doing what you felt called to do, but it wasn't true to you. I don't edit my videos, just so you know. You probably ain't surprised. But I don't do any editing. I don't care what comes out my mouth, the sounds you hear around me. That is what you're gonna get. That's who I am, and that's what this reading is about. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I don't care. I might stutter, smack my lips, I don't know, but the fact is, this is who I am. You're gonna get it. This whole authentic reading. And I hope it feels true. That's all I care about. But the Ace of Cups is the next card, and this is new beginning. Some people say it's love, and that is true. But that love can come in so many ways. Love of what you're doing, love of yourself, love of another. But that only comes when we do true introspection, true transformation. When we truly let go, the Eight of Cups, walking away, which doesn't serve us. When we truly understand that our past mistakes do not define us. Five of Cups. Quit crying over that spilled milk and focus on what really is. I know Four of Cups can be that way too. But the fact is that this is an emotional new beginning. This is a fulfilling new beginning. It makes sense. It makes so much sense. Finding that new beginning. Look at these cards. Look what they're telling us, child. from beginning to end. Trust in you. Invest in you. Listen to your higher self. Trust that feeling, that voice, that nagging is there. It's from the Most High, guiding you along the path that you've been asking to be guided along. The very path that you've been wanting to do and probably stood on it and fell off and it was like, that's it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because I do believe you're in for an amazing ride, Pisces. If you just trust that inner gut, you know. Trust your inner wisdom. And learn what you don't understand. If you don't understand why you're feeling a certain way and you can't get moving, come on. We live in an age where information is at your fingertips, people. And you can definitely go and find out what you need and learn what you need. You know, if it's groups you need to join, whatever it is to go ahead and complete this transformation for yourself, for this new beginning, because there's nothing but goodness coming. A lot of love, a lot of support. I feel it. A lot of happiness and a lot of freedom. When we let go of things that have restricted us, we find nothing but freedom. And then our next card here, look at here. Look what I just said. Bam. Here comes the sun. Yeah. What? All that learning, all that transformation, all that letting go, all that inner healing and guidance, and all that balance for new beginnings to find what? Joy, success, clarity, and my favorite word, freedom. Freedom. Man, is that a beautiful card. I'm going to just let you look at it for a moment because I know that's where we want to be. Right here with all this happiness. I don't know if you ever felt that kind of happiness, but man, it's a wonderful feeling when it comes down. Look at her surrounded in that light. Who wants to run from that? Not me. But you have to give yourself a chance. Trust in you. Nobody else does. Trust in you. Find your peace, find your calling, find your freedom. I'm telling you, you're going to be so grateful. We have got to let go of all the regrets, all the fears, and see it through. It's funny, I like watching baking shows, like those dessert shows. And I was just watching one the other day, and one of the contestants was saying that, she had a dream. She started cooking out of her house. One day her husband came home, the only one who was working, and said, I quit my job so we can follow your dream. And she said that was the best thing that ever happened to her. Like, can you imagine? Got kids and everything, and your husband come home and like, I'm done. Just come on, let's follow your dream. First of all, awesome. He had so much faith. But second of all, it takes a lot of courage to find your happiness. And however that may look to you, find it. Come tell you, I always say that, and I have been saying this the last few readings, life is too short. It's too short for us to not give us a chance. Some of us invest in everyone else but ourselves. Give you a chance. Find out what it is that you are so afraid of and do it anyway. Do it anyway. I don't know, is this blurry? There we go. All right. And then my last card here is the Knight of Cups. Again, once you find all that happiness, this is going to bring new propositions, new opportunities to you, a new energy. Some of it is proposals, but this new energy is coming to you. So at the end of the day, Pisces, don't be afraid to follow your heart and your heart's desire. Go ahead and take that risk on you. Learn what you need to learn about you to become a changed and better version of yourself. Leave the old doubts, regrets, and failures behind and walk into the new you. Trust that inner voice that you're hearing. There's a reason, Pisces, that you're hearing it. Find that harmony you look, that freedom, that peace, that new beginning, and that happiness. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you like and subscribe. If there's any comments, please leave them below. I'm eager to read them and hear everything you have to say. Like I said, as I'm learning this channel, you see it is raw. That's what I'm going to start calling this channel, straight raw, because that's what I want it to be. And I hope I'm encouraging someone else to be just as raw. Thank you. Till next time.